Okay, good. So this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Tony Michael Rowe, file number 23-21608FH. I have Rhonda Underwood appearing, or no, I'm sorry. So Mr. Rowe, we are here for two things today. One, there was a request and summons for a probation violation, which alleges that you violated the terms of your probation, that you failed to report on April 2nd or April 9 of 2024, and that your whereabouts were unknown. So May, June, July. So Mr. Rowe, at the time that request and summons for probation violation was done, it was a non-technical probation, which means I could give you like 10 days in jail and that's about it. But you absconded over 60 days. So that non-technical violation is now a technical, wait, yes? Is it, am I backwards? I'm always, but anyway, so now you could be facing up to 4 years in prison on that probation violation. So we sent you a show cause and you didn't appear on May 15th of 2024 for that show cause. So now you also have a contempt of court for failure to appear, which can carry up to 93 days in jail and or $7,500 fine. So, Mr. Rowe, you do have the right to have an attorney represent you at this and all subsequent hearings. If you can't afford to hire one, we can appoint you one at public expense. Would you like an attorney appointed to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Ms. Underwood, I'm going to open up a breakout room. You and Mr. Rowe, go ahead and join that breakout room. I changed all my settings on YouTube. I don't know how to fix them. All right, I'm going to close the breakout room. All right, close the breakout room. So let's wait till he gets back. All right, so Ms. Underwood, you've had a chance to speak with Mr. Rowe.
I have, Your Honor.
How would you like to proceed?
To accept responsibility and plead guilty to the violation at this time, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Rowe, want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Mr. Rowe, you've heard the statement of your attorney. Is it your intention then to plead guilty to both the violation of probation and the contempt of court today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, are you satisfied with Ms. Underwood as your attorney and the advice that she's given you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and do you understand though that you have a right to contest the violation of probation charge and the contempt of court and to have a trial on it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that throughout the trial, you would be presumed innocent until your guilt is proven by a preponderance of the evidence? Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to have all the witnesses against you appear at your trial, to have your lawyer ask those witnesses questions, or you may ask them yourself, and to have me order any witnesses you might have to appear at that trial. Do you understand
Yes,
all
ma'am.
of that?
Yes, ma'am.
You do not have to testify at your trial, and no one can say anything about you not testifying or hold it against you in any way. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
On the other hand, do you understand that you do have a right to testify at your trial if you want to testify?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so how do you plead to the charge that you violated the terms of your probation by failing to report on April 2nd and April 9th of 2024? Guilty or not guilty?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
And how do you plead to the charge that you failed to appear for a probation violation hearing on May 15th of 2024? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
All right. Do you understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up your right to a trial as I've already explained to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anything been promised to you to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone threatened you in any way to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
If I accept this plea, you will be giving up any and all claims that your plea is given as a result of promises or threats that were not disclosed to the court on the record during this hearing, or that it was not your own choice to enter the plea. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it your own choice to plead guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Mr. Rowe, you were placed on probation your articles of probation were dated February 2nd of 2024. And one of those terms is you were to report as often as required to the probation department. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did you fail to report on April 2nd and April 9th of 2024?
Yes, ma'am. I called like Mr. Stevens, and I ended up having a home situation. So I was bouncing from the homeless shelter back out, and I just was back and forth, and then I got kicked out, and I lost all my stuff and everything, and I just ended up not reporting. And I told him that I was going to take care of it because I didn't have a job either. But I ended up I got a good job now. I got a good address and everything now for him.
So
But I
Mr.
take
Rowe, my
responsibility.
question was, you didn't report like you were required to, right?
I should, yes, ma'am. I should have reported. Yes, ma'am. You're right.
Okay. All right, and then when we issued a show cause, you failed to appear for that show cause as well.
Yeah, and I never got that in the mail. Like I said, I was kicked out of where I was.
That's because you hadn't reported and updated where
Yeah.
they could, yeah.
You're
Okay.
right.
Yeah, all right, I accept the plea. It has been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. The defendant has full knowledge of his rights. He does have competent counsel. I'm going to refer this matter to the probation department for a pre-sentence investigation or updated probation violation report. So Miss Adams, Miss McGrain, she's like saying she's gonna do it. I usually wouldn't force her to, but I guess we can do July 10th at 8 a.m. Oh, no.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right, so we'll set sentencing for July 10th at 8 a.m. So
Yeah.
Mr.
Can we push that out a couple days? Because Mr. Stevenson isn't working today. And then he won't, and then we have a report day on Tuesday, so we'd really only be able to get onto it on Monday.
Miss Adams, July 11th or 12th?
You are not available the 12th, the 11th, you are not available in the morning.
Your Honor,
Let's put it out to
Okay.
the, can we do the 18th or 19th?
I'm not here.
Okay. All right. Would the public defender's office have someone cover for you, Rhonda?
Your Honor, can I be heard to bond?
I am going to change his bond to 2,118, which is the amount he owes because he's not made any payments.
Here's the thing, Your Honor. Mr. Rowe finally has a stable place to live, and he finally has a job. I would hate for him to sit in jail and lose that stuff, because then we're back at square one. I think if he's given a PR, Mr. Rowe can report as often as necessary to either Darren or Mr. Stevenson. This is not a violent violation. It's relatively quick, Your Honor. It's only been 4 months. I would ask the court to consider a PR for Mr. Rowe, and then the court can set the sentencing when they like.
I can come in and make a payment tomorrow, like literally tomorrow, I can come in and make a payment.
So, Mr. Rowe, have you been making your child support payments?
I was coming in, I actually got money, they brought me in with money, I was gonna come make a child support payment today, actually, that's why I had the money to do it, my boss gave me the money, because I told him I had to make a child support payment. So I was.
How much money are you gonna pay today?
I filed my taxes and everything, I can pay
Hey,
a couple hundred.
Mr. Rowe, answer my question. How much are you gonna pay today?
I can pay $250.
On your child support?
Yes, ma'am.
I said you don't. So Rhonda, you're gone the 18th and 19th, you said?
Yep, Your Honor.
I don't know how you think you can get time off, Mr.
I'm going to a conference. It's not even time off.
No, he's gone today. And so
You wouldn't have enough time to do it for this week.
he said if we did it Wednesday.
Well, he said Wednesday wasn't enough. Is that,
I just don't know if Thursday afternoon would be enough.
Becky gave him Wednesday and he said that wasn't enough time.
Yeah, so about Thursday afternoon. And also give the Thursday morning. I don't know how extensive.
So, Chris, would Thursday, the 11th in the afternoon be okay?
Yeah, that's fine, Judge. I just know that because Tuesday's our report day and he's not working at all today, that was gonna be
Right.
a push.
All right, so we'll do July 11th at 1:30 for sentencing. Rhonda,
Okay,
is that good for you?
that's good. That's fine.
All right, so Mr. Rowe, I'm gonna give you a PR bond.
Thank you.
Only because I reviewed your file and you did appear for all your court dates and so.
Thank you.
Mr. Rowe, if you don't show up, I'm not gonna let you out and ever again. So.
I know.
I want you to pay $250 today to your child support, get a receipt for it. You can pay it downstairs in cash. Take that over to Mr. Moore, Tuesday morning.
It would be Mr. Stevenson.
Oh, Mr.
Stevenson,
Stevenson,
yeah.
but report Tuesday morning.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so pay it today to the friend of the court for child support. Keep your receipt, report to Mr. Stevenson Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock or Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock for probation. And then I'll set sentencing for July 11th at 1:30 p.m. All right.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Don't let me down.